How's it going, everybody? So today's going to be a serious video of me talking about what I think Clash Royale can do to turn their game around. And yes, I mean that when I say it. I believe they can turn their game around. I'm not giving up hope on the company as a whole, even with all the mistakes they've been making in the past couple of years. So first, before we can talk about things that I think they need to add slash work on to make this game back in its, back to being playable again, I think is what we really would all be happy with, and not miserable. I think that's a good way to word it, because at the moment the game is miserable. We all know that. Before we can talk about how to get it better, we need to talk about why it's bad. So of course, level 16 heroes, the worst update ever added to the game. There's no debate on that. It is 100% a fact that this is the worst update they've ever even tried to put out. And the fact that they have not listened to the community, there's just multiple problems with that, right? There's so many things that are wrong with a company that will not listen to the people that play their game. And that is a huge issue, right? We've had a real big lack in communication between the people that make the updates and just people that play this game, right? There's just no correlation. There's no anything. I mean, creators tell them there's so many different problems that they have, but they just continue to stack these problems and just kind of push them under the rug and add more of the same thing they're already doing wrong and continue, for example, the heroes, and continue to ignore people. So if they do not listen to any content creators or people that are literally playing this game for their living or want to see this game succeed because they enjoy the game so much, right? Then they're never going to be able to succeed. So that's the first problem that we have to address, is first of all, if Clash Royale never listens to anyone, then they're never going to succeed. They're going to continue to plummet. So we saw recently this spike in viewers in the summer for Clash Royale. It became the most popular it's ever been. I believe it even surpassed 2016, which was prime Clash Royale in quotations, in terms of viewership and player base and all that stuff, right? So literally the beginning of the game when it was first getting popular. So what can they do to get back to this point? How do they go up from here? Why, what can they do to change the game from being in the horrendous state it's in, losing players by the day, losing viewers on every platform, for no matter YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, less people are making videos on the game, more people are switching games or doing a variety of different games instead of playing Clash Royale, and what can they do to get the players to enjoy the game and the player base back? Well, as much as that sounds like maybe a heavy task or something that's very difficult to do, it's actually something that's very simple. The first thing that we need to work on is, I would say, well, there's going to be a whole list. I've got a whole list of things next to me that I want to talk about, but the first thing I want to talk about that I actually didn't put on my list is the balance changing team in general. Now, I can't completely blame the balance changing team for all of the bad balances they've had, because the developers, whoever the people are that are adding the content in this game, are making it impossible for them, almost, I would say. They're adding these new heroes that have these gimmicky abilities, and how are you going to balance this, right? For example, the hero wizard this season, there's just no way that this card is balanced, and they couldn't get it balanced. But to be fair, it was a little bit weak before, and I'm sure somebody on the content team was like, wow, you guys need to buff this so that we can get more money out of it, you know what I mean? So anyways, first thing they need to do, balancing team, you got to just, how do I describe this in a nice way? Respectfully, it's time to lock in. There's no more BSing around. We've got to make significant changes to the meta. The meta is currently in the worst spot that it's been in ever because of these cards and because of the balances being lackluster for sure. I would say emergency balance changes need to be added to this game. We need Evolution Ghost, Wizard. There's a whole bunch of cards. We can make a list. You could say whatever cards you want, right? We need emergency balances to make this game back to being okay, at least the meta part of the game, right? Because right now it's horrid. There's no saving that, and there's no sugarcoating it. Today, there was 123 people out of the top 200 players in this game using the Goblin hero. Yes, I'm not trolling when I say that. 123. So it's very obvious what needs to happen. We need to make some balance change emergency nerfs for this, and hopefully it can end up benefiting the game, and hopefully, people will start actually having fun playing if you can balance the game in a slightly fun way and not just broken heroes only and evolutions. So yeah, that's my first, I guess, point, is the balance. We need emergency balance changes pretty much ASAP. There's no more time to waste. We've already waited long enough for them, and it's already been a week or two into the season, right? So we are ready for them. I guess it's been a week, but yeah, we're ready for them basically is what I'm saying. But Number two, my point on my list is the season shop. I believe that they should add the season shop back because it doesn't have any downside for them. It is only a benefit to the players. You can buy these wild cards, or not wild cards. I think it was wild cards you can buy from the shop. You could buy specific cards. There was a fine ratio of, you could get these, I believe it was the crowns that you got from just playing games over time. You could, and doing the challenges in game too, which also gave the players a reason to do the in-game challenges, by the way, which are completely useless right now. I would never play them. There's no reason to. You get like 2,000 coins now instead. You could just play these modes and have fun doing them. There would be some cool limited time modes, which they do sometimes, and you could get these rewards. And I think just playing and leveling up and going up on Trophy Road and your Pass Royale, you would get these crowns too. I'm not sure what exactly they were called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You can go in the shop and buy wild cards. It was literally like, it wasn't anything crazy, right? It wasn't going to necessarily make your account maxed out or anything. It wasn't going to give you this insane boost. It was just a cool way to upgrade stuff, right? So I don't see why they took it away. The reasoning was so stupid. It was so dumb. I don't even remember what it was exactly. It was some garbage like, oh, we are seeing players aren't liking what's in the shop or something. It was literally so dumb. It was something quite literally so stupid as that. And it made no sense. So all they need to do, add that back. It can be any moderation, even if the rewards aren't anything crazy. Like I said, if they're just okay, that is completely fine. People will be happy seeing the season shop back in the game. There's no reason, like I said, no reason to take it out in the first place. It was completely stupid. Next up is trade tokens. I am not sure what they're doing with the trade tokens, but they're currently impossible to even get them. So I'm not sure what is going on. Are they trying to just take them out of the game completely? I think they're a decent addition to this game just because, if you got something maxed and you want to trade with your friend and get them some more cards in a quick manner, and you've both got a few trade tokens, then cool. I think maybe global tournaments, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, coming back might make this a little bit better again, because that's really where you got the trade tokens, is from global tournament rewards for the most part. Next up, though, is global tournament changes. So we know this is really the only positive news that we've had ever in the last couple of months. And that is global tournaments are finally going to return. I don't know the last time global tournaments were here. Was it literally like almost a year ago now, I think? I don't know how it took so long for this, but all I'm expecting, I'm not even expecting anything too drastic or too crazy. I just hope that the global tournaments are a little bit better than they were before. I hope the matchmaking is kind of like you can face people that are a couple wins away from you. If they add GTs back after all this time and they haven't made any beneficial change to them, I don't know why they took them away in the first place, right? So we're hoping that they did actually change GTs to be a positive thing now. Or they're still good. They were still good before. They were just not quite as hype because, number one, there wasn't any cool rewards. There was only the same emote that they had in the game for 3 years. If you get top 100, cool. And then they added one limited time game mode, which was kind of trash because it was mega draft in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of that though. And they got the limited time EVO and stuff, and that was cool. That was cool. Then they took them away, and now we're just like, okay, what the heck just happened? There's no global tournaments for so long, right? But I hope they add those back in the game, and I hope they are beneficial because I know a lot of players, including myself. Literally, I'm a streamer and a YouTuber. I play this game every single day. It is so hard to find content. There's no content on this game to do a lot of the time, and global tournaments are a huge, just kind of break from ladder in a way where you're not just going to have to keep playing ladder over and over and over and just trying to do something new with that. You can actually have another game mode that's competitive and still fun, and also you have 5 losses. You have to win games. There's literally no more fun thing to me than global tournaments because of the you're out of it aspect if you lose. So global tournaments coming back, I'm very hyped for that. I hope that they go about it the right way. I hope they change them in a slightly better way than what they were before. They were still good before, don't get me wrong, but maybe make it 3 losses. You can match people within 3 or 4 losses of you. But yeah, that's enough about that. I think next up, this one's pretty obvious. They need to release evolutions and not heroes. No more heroes. There cannot be more heroes in this game, or this game is going to continue to plummet unless they add a bunch of good things with the heroes. Then sure, whatever. I don't even care at this point. I just want there to be some type of good positivity in this game, and stop with the gimmicky abilities. That's really the main thing. I'm sick of the abilities. I think everyone's sick of the ability garbage cards. Why is that in this game in the first place? We will never know. But I think releasing EVOs, even though some people don't like them, the majority of the player base does, right? So we've all kind of had our opinion on EVOs, and some people thought, oh, they're bad for the game. Some people think they're good, but if you really think about it, they are beneficial for the game. They definitely changed the game in a positive manner for a long time when they were just releasing EVOs and nothing else. I was a fan. I actually was a hater at the first beginning of it, but I became a fan of Evos, even though, of course, some of them are going to be stupid, like Evo Ghost and Piggies, and have these terrible abilities. I would love to see them release either normal cards, maybe every once in a while. I don't know if they're out of card ideas or something. That could be potentially what's happening here. But I would like to see normal cards and Evos. That's it. I don't think any of us want more champions. I mean, maybe more champions because they're not quite as annoying as heroes, I guess. But I think that just normal cards and Evos is all we really want for content. There doesn't need to be any crazy content changes, just good global tournaments, more Evos being added every season, no more heroes. Let's get that very clear. They've got to stop with that. And yeah, that's really all they have to do. It doesn't sound that hard, right, to do these things. Next up, I want them to add back something that I personally loved in this game. And if you played this game a long time ago, I don't even know how many years this was ago, maybe like 7 years ago, they had clan chests. So clan chests basically would be if your clan got a certain, it would go up to level 10, I think. If your clan got to, I think it was 150 crowns, then you'd go up a level, and then 200 crowns, you go up another level, and then you just like keep going up all the way to level 10. If you got to level 10, then you got like a nice chest that had, I think it was a legendary or something. I don't know exactly what the rewards were. It was, like I said, a very long time ago. But yeah, the clan chests were cool. I wish they would keep adding those. Those were awesome. I think they should add back normal chest. The clan chest also is literally just something that makes you want to be like interactive with your clan, which why would that ever be a bad thing? They should have never removed this stuff in the first place. And it will make people play ladder because you have to collect crowns to get the clan chest, right? So it's like, what do you mean? Why would we not want people to play the game for an incentive for fun? And it wasn't even anything crazy for level up progress either, so they got to add those back. I hope they add normal chests back. I'm just a fan of normal chests. The magic boxes, I mean, sure. I don't know. They're just not that good. There's a lot of boxes that are a waste of time, and also, you know, if you get a 5-star box and you get something you already have, you just get tokens, which don't really do anything except for get you emotes. And yeah, next, I think they should just listen to the community for balance changes. That is really my, I guess, final point in a way. If they listen to the community and listen to the player feedback and actually balance the game off of the majority of the pros. It might seem a little selfish for me to say that, but the people that are the pros in this game have been playing it for a long time and understand what needs to be in the meta and what, not necessarily in the meta, but what needs to be nerfed in the meta and what needs to be changed, and just how to fix the game's current state of just a horrific meta that we've had for 6, maybe even 7, 8 months. It's been a long time. I can't even tell you how long it's been since we've had an even playable meta. So anyways, that is really all my points. I hope that you guys can feel free to leave your opinions and all your comments down below. I want to hear what everyone has to say. But yeah, I actually believe in this game, and I really hope they take some type of community talking to heart. But yeah, anyways, guys, peace.